Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's podcast edition. I believe your day has been great. If your day has started and if it's just starting, um, my name is Adewumi Oni, and this is the E-volve podcast. I'm the host of the podcast. Last week we discussed um, simple, or the topic "simple is more." We looked at how we can simplify our life, how we get more by simplifying our life. And we charged ourselves with a task to find of decluttering, one area of decluttering our life. I did a bit of that myself. I gave out an old TV set that I've been carrying around for so long. I I think the TV should be about I bought it in 2005 or 2006. That's almost 20 years ago. Unconsciously, I take it everywhere I've moved, where I've changed apartment without using the TV. So I was going around the house over the weekend and I saw it in the guest room and I said, oh, this TV is still live. And then put it on WhatsApp, asked for interested people. And then within few minutes, I got someone close by who was interested and I called him, come pick it up. And so I decluttered a bit. So what did you do last week? Did you declutter? It could be your personal space, it could be material things, it could even be your mind. But today we are looking at another topic, and the topic for today's edition is capacity check. Capacity check. Are you built to carry what you have been asking for? That's my starting question. Are you even built to carry that thing that you've been asking, maybe praying or even fasting or looking or searching for? Are you built for it? Are you prepared? Do you have the capacity to handle it? So today we are going to be looking at capacity check. How do you check your capacity? What is even your current capacity? And so let me start with this story. There was a time when I stopped visiting gym. I used to go to gym regularly, like 2 times, 3 times a week. Do a bit of walking or running. So I started with running. I remember back then because I was used to doing like 3, 4 kilometers on the treadmill after running for 30 minutes. Still then was like 3 kilometers of running. Sometimes I'll struggle with 3.5, sometimes struggle with 4. But I started pushing myself to do more. I started pushing myself to do more. I moved from 3 to 4, from 4 to 5, from 5 to 6, from 6 to 7, from 7 to 8, from 8 to 10. At some point, I got to 15. There was a particular day I got to 17 kilometers of running. Yes, there was a bit of brisk walk in between, maybe like two quarter, I mean, 1/4 of it was more of a brisk walk. But I expanded my capacity. That's the point I'm trying to make. And so, if you relate that to your life, right? Capacity for us human beings can be expanded. If you put water in a cup, once the cup is filled up, what happens and you still continue to pour, it starts spilling over because you have exhausted the capacity of that cup. The capacity of the cup is fixed. But for us human being, our capacity is unlimited. You can expand yourself to take as much as you want, depending on how you stretch yourself. So that's the good news. You do not have a fixed capacity. So we are going to be today, are going to be looking at how you can increase your capacity, the areas where you can increase your capacity, the practical steps to increase your capacity, and then we'll leave ourselves with a takeaway as an action point, things to do during the week. Now, so I'll go, what exactly is capacity? Simply put, capacity is a maximum you can handle, just to make it as easy as possible. It is maximum you can handle, it is maximum you can sustain or produce at any given time. That's what capacity means. It is the limit to which an object or a person can take. It's not the same. So there's something called potential. It's not the same as potential. Potential is if you grow yourself, if you stretch yourself, or if you stretch a material, what it can do. But capacity is what it can currently handle. Like I mentioned, that cup, what it can currently handle is the size of the cup. If there's a way to increase the size of the cup, then that's the potential of the cup. So your capacity can be stretched to your full potential. Now, where are the areas where capacity matters? One is your personal life. If you think about relationships, maybe you've been struggling with relationships from one relationship to the other. It's been a very rough ride for you. You can strengthen your capacity in relationship management. Check yourself, find out what are the things you keep doing that may have been affecting your relationship. What are your responses? What are the things that trigger your response stimuli? You need to examine yourself and then begin to work on those areas to strengthen your ability to manage relationship better. It could be your emotion. You just trigger easily. So capacity matters in your relationship. It also matters in your health. The example I just gave now is more on health, physical well-being, ensuring, because the more you run, the better your heart. In fact, I find out that when I finish running and I check my blood pressure, it's super, super good. It could be as low as 110, 105, it was maybe 70 or something. Meanwhile, on a normal day, it could be 120, it could be 125. When the more you push your capacity, the better you become, even health-wise habits. If you stretch yourself, I am going to minimize the number of hours I spend on my phone. I spend staring at the screen, whether it is phone or TV. It's another area. You can then begin to train yourself daily basis to reduce it. Set if it's on Instagram, you can put a setting that say, okay, it's only 15 minutes I want to spend per day or 20 minutes. So you begin to increase your capacity to focus on more important things. So if you lack capacity, stress will show up quickly. It is because of lack of capacity you see a lot of people getting worn out easily. Once they feel they are pushed to do certain tasks that they've not been exposed to. You just see stress written all over their face and then they crash. But when you build your capacity, you discover that you can take in more. You can do in your profession. Another area of life where you can improve your capacity is in your professional life. And this is important, especially for those of us that are career people, whether you are employed or self-employed. Accumulating, increasing knowledge. You have to have a cycle of what I call LUR. The L is for learning. You have to keep learning. And then the U is for unlearning, because new information will come that would outdate the previous information you've already acquired. So you have to unlearn, and then the R is for relearning. So you have to keep learning, keep on learning, and keep relearning. So in your professional life, you have to stay ahead of current developments. And how do you stay ahead of current development if you do not keep tab of the current developments? Subscribe to your professional associations, subscribe to newsletters that can help expose you to more information. There are a lot of things, and that's the power of technology. It's just unfortunate. I wouldn't say unfortunate because of some people also take advantage of it. We focus more on the social media bit of things, but there are things that technology can help you to do. They can sign on to podcasts. You can sign on to small podcasts that helps you to learn things that within 15 minutes, a book is summarized and you listen to it. So there are several ways to increase your capacity in your professional life. The third way is your financial life. Money does not multiply without discipline. So maybe you've been struggling month in, month out, you're always running into debt. Probably means that you do not even work with a budget. Come up with a budget instrument. Put, I'm going to spend so percentage of my income on this, and so it helps you to discipline yourself. And then I'm going to put so amount of this percentage into investment, and then your money begins to multiply, and then you increase your capacity to do more. You also increase your capacity to make more income. When you don't forget the other one I said, once you increase your knowledge, you increase your knowledge base, you are also increasing your capacity to make more money. So people can begin to engage you, come to speak to us, and then you get paid. Come to train us, you get paid. So In your financial life, you learn to save, you learn to invest, you learn to spend wisely and build multiple streams of income. And then in your emotional life also, this is the most underrated. A lot of people crash or cave in under pressure. They flip and then you just see the other side. Meanwhile, all you need to do is to learn how to be self-controlled. You learn patience, you learn resilience, you learn emotional intelligence. This will determine how well you can handle pressure. There would always be pressure, and pressure is really sometimes can be as a result of inflow into a space that cannot accommodate it. So expand that space in you so that no matter what is coming on, you are well able to handle it. If your emotional tank is small, every little challenge feels like a crisis. If your emotional tank is small, every little challenge feels like a crisis. So that's why some people it just feels like they're in a cycle of crisis. Really, the problem is capacity. They have not developed their capacity. Now, why is capacity important? I'm sure with all everyone said, you already know that capacity is super important. Opportunities are not the problem. Many times it's a lack of capacity that holds us back. It is that lack of capacity that really holds us back. Imagine being offered your dream job, but not having the discipline or skill to handle it. That's why I started with that question: that are you really prepared to handle what you've been praying for? Maybe the reason why that dream job has not materialized is because you are not yet equipped to handle it. So capacity is important because it helps us to become better. So it helps us to handle relationship better. It helps us to become a better person. It helps us to make more income. It helps us to live healthier. It helps us to live longer. It helps us to become better mentors for people. Right? So these are several reasons why capacity is important. Now, what are the practical steps you can take to increase your capacity? One, starts with self. You have to start from where you are. Self-awareness. Where are you today? What's your current capacity? Take stock of where you are right now. Which area of your life feels most stretched? And then begin to see how you can then commit to continuous learning or continuous seeking of knowledge in that area. Read books, listen to podcasts, attend training, attend seminar, seek out mentors. Every bit of knowledge stretches your professional and personal container. We all have professional and personal container. The more you put into it, the more it stretches. Like I said, physical objects can be limited in their capacity, but we are unlimited in our capacity. There is some I do not know the example, but I understand. I mean, I read somewhere that there are 9 billion cells in the brain, and we rarely use 1/10 of it. So there's a lot that you can do if you stretch yourself. So start with self-awareness, commit to continuous learning, and then stretch yourself gradually. Gradually increase yourself. Don't jump from 0 to 100 all of a sudden. Take on challenges just beyond your comfort zone. And then once you overcome and you move your comfort, so you see your comfort zone as a circle. It may be a small circle initially. Stretch yourself to be bigger, build a bigger circle. So your comfort zone becomes a bit bigger. Once you get used to that, and then stretch yourself. So, but never stop learning. Never get to a point where you feel that, oh, you've learned it. So just keep stretching yourself. Keep setting new target for yourself. Build habits of discipline. Discipline is important in building capacity. Whether it is saving consistently, exercising regularly, blocking time for deep work, for meditation, or for small daily actions that will create capacity, ensure that you are disciplined. If you read the book Atomic Habits, it speaks about small actions that you do consistently. That's where discipline comes in. Persistence, discipline. You do it consistently, and then you become better at it, and then you scale again. And then you keep doing that again, you become better, and then you scale, and then you continue like that. That's how discipline works. And then manage your energy, not just your time. You are not a machine. You have to create time to rest. Rest. Number 6 is surround yourself with people who stretch you. I mean, in the Bible, there's a scripture that says, the association, the wise, he that walks with the wise will become wise. He that walks, the companion of fools shall be destroyed. He that walks with the wise will become wiser, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. Are you associating with? The people you associate with, do they stretch you? Are they tasking you to take on more, to do more? Or there are people that just say, oh, I'm okay where I am now, I'm just okay. They will keep you back. So you need to surround yourself with people who will stretch you. And that's why I said find a mentor. And then train your emotions. Practice patience, empathy, calmness in difficult situation. We spoke, I think 2-3 weeks ago, we spoke about the ability to just remain calm no matter how difficult or how challenging a situation. It's all about training your emotions. You can do it. You have the capacity to do it. And I'm challenging you today. Go do it. So in closing, as we wrap up, let's quickly recap. Capacity is a measure of what you can currently handle. It matters in every area of life, in your personal life, professional life, financial, and emotional. And the great news is that it is not fixed. You can grow it. Here is my challenge for you this week. Identify just one area of your life where your container feels too small. Then take one intentional step to stretch it. Maybe it's picking up a book, having a tough conversation, or setting a savings goal, or committing to better rest. Remember, the bigger your capacity, the bigger your impact. You cannot impact beyond your capacity. You cannot give beyond your tank. Grow that tank, expand that tank so that you can give more. Thanks for tuning in today. Please follow me on YouTube, E-volve without hand on YouTube, and on Instagram, E-volve podcast on Instagram. I'm also on my other Instagram handle, Onadol and Adewumi _. Thank you and have a wonderful week. Bye.